What is up, my guys? Let's talk about this for a second, shall we? So, Jane Hume and the Coalition have said that they want to cut public sector jobs. Now, if you're not immediately raging at that very idea, then let me tell you why you probably should be. So it's actually a really bad idea because our public services are already struggling to keep up with the hectic demand that they already are dealing with. So, for example, you can take healthcare or transportation as examples. Now, what happens when you reduce the numbers of people working in those fields? Do you think the service gets better? Does it improve? No. It gets worse, which means longer wait times and lower qualities of care. Not to mention the remaining workers who are in those fields and are burning out faster under hectic workloads and demands, and who ultimately end up leaving those fields. And if there are less people in jobs and more people unemployed, do you think those unemployed people will be spending money in their communities and supporting the small businesses around them? Cutting public sector jobs also means wage growth halts across industries, not just in public sectors, because the public sector actually sets the benchmark for wages in many industries. And you can bet that regional and rural areas will actually feel the effects harder than cities because these areas have a high reliance on public sector workers. Not to mention that women predominantly fill many public sector work roles, and it will be women who find themselves out of jobs during a cost of living crisis. Oh, and the super fun cherry on top of all this is that the Liberals actually want to hire consultants to fill those public sector roles who are much, much more expensive. So basically they want to cut jobs and then spend more money on their buddies. Cutting public sector jobs is an attack on working people and the communities that rely on these essential workers. Just another super fun example of how Peter Dutton and the Coalition want to cut your rights, cut your wages, and put the interests of big business first. Don't fall for it. Don't risk Dutton.